everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for joining me for tea time. TGIF, guys, it's Friday. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness, we made it. Today we have some misty morning. It's afternoon, that's okay, it's still good. So, today I want to talk about the EOS R5. I did a video on it, maybe I'll stick it up here in the card. I was kind of joking around a little bit about it and how Canon has their little ninjas that go out there with their crippling swords and cripple the cameras as they come out. And most likely the R5 will be crippled. And many other YouTubers said the same thing. A lot of other people that are in the news industry reporting on it said basically the same thing. So this was actually dispelled as of today or maybe last night. Depends on what part of the earth you're on. But before I get into it, I want to say thank you to Robert Leffering, I believe his name is. He's out of the Netherlands and he sent me over some tea. Let me see if you can get that. I don't know. I can't pronounce this. I don't know what it says, but that's okay. That's all right. I tried it. This stuff is really quite good. Very aromatic. It has like, I don't know, like strawberry, banana, all kinds of stuff in it. It's really, really good. Thank you so much for taking the time to send me over that tea. There's a lot of you guys that send me stuff, and I think what I'm gonna do is I might even just do a vlog just on the stuff that gets sent over to me. If you wanna send me something and you don't know how, down in the comment area or maybe in the description, I'll put an address where you can send stuff over if you so desire. Anyway, so let's get right into this. The crippling sword, right? The Ninja Assassins that Canon is training to basically cripple the cameras as they come out. And we've all talked about it in the past, and rightfully so, because Canon has been notorious to cripple their cameras. And it's kind of like a joke, but it gets to a point when you're a Canon shooter that is no longer a joke, you just kind of get pissed. Well, it looks like I think Canon has finally got sick and tired of us talking them down and or calling them out for constantly crippling their wares, right? So Canon out of Australia, I believe it was, sent out a press release and they debunked a lot of these things. I know I spoke about the Canon EOS R5 is gonna have like 3 card slots and it'll shoot like 12K and all kinds of stuff. I'm joking around about it, basically saying, you know, it just probably will have 1 card slot and it probably won't shoot 8K, or if it does, it'll probably do like a 1.7 crop where you're like recording on this much of the sensor. Well guys, like I said, that has all been dispelled. Now I'm going to get into reading some of the things that they said in this press release, but before I do, if you haven't went over to my website, JCristina.com, check it out. I've made photography tools over the last decade. If there's something there that you might like a focus pyramid, some of the ACC product or ACP product, which is the Aurora Camera Care or the Aurora cleaning products, if you like any of that, maybe a PRT or whatever it is, check them out. Use promo code YT20 at checkout and you'll get 20% off anything that you purchase, all right? Also, download my ebook. It's free, 10 tips on making sharper images, great for amateurs and professionals, something for everyone, all right? Download it, it's free. Go over to, once again, JCristina.com/ebook, JCristina.com/ebook. I'll stick it down here somewhere. Anyways, into this release. Now, let me just go ahead and bring this up. I'm going to read through it a little bit. The Director of Consumer Imaging and Services out of Canon, Australia. His name is Jason McLean. Now, these are a couple of quotes that I pulled out of here just so you can see what he's saying, and we'll talk about it in just a second. He says, our EOS 5 series was developed 15 years ago to make full-frame cameras accessible to consumers, not just professional shooters. Today, that purpose remains steadfast as we continue achieving the impossible, to deliver the hybrid needs of content creators who are demanding uncompromised performance to generate more still and motion visual content than ever before. Now, this is absolutely the case. 15 years ago, do you remember the 5D came out? Now, I talked to you about this in that last video, all right? The 5D Mark II was the revolution, all right? It wasn't a evolution, it was a revolution. All right, and why was this? Well, basically the 5D Mark II allowed everyone to be able to shoot high def 1080p, right, with any lens that you have. Of course, you had to pull your own focus, all right? Didn't have the dual pixel AF live, all that back then. So you had to pull focus, but it was amazing, guys. It was the first DSLR to do it, and there was even some TV shows, as I talked about in the last video, that actually used the Canon 5D Mark II to record their shows. Amazing, amazing. And this is exactly what they're trying to do this time also. Take that 5, right, that 5 series, R5 now, and make it that revolution where everyone else comes behind and now basically iterates off it. So let's get back into some of these quotes. He also says, with its game-changing 8K movie capabilities, new approach to image stabilization, revolutionary subject detection, and compatibility with Canon's full suite of EF2 and RF lenses, the EOS R5 represents a category revolution as opposed to a product evolution in the interchangeable lens camera market. Exactly what I was just saying. Now, if this is the case, which obviously it is, it's coming right out of Canon proper. This is Canon Australia, a press release, so this must be true. It seems that Canon might be sick and tired of hearing all of the flack that we continuously push out to them, and now they're starting to do something about it, making that revolution in comparison to evolution, right? You know, evolution, iterative stuff, where it's just constantly just building status quo a little bit better, a little bit better, that's okay, but it doesn't bring you to the forefront. It doesn't make you the top of the top. And we know that Sony has just been eating Canon's lunch for years now. And Canon's just been sitting back on their laurels doing nothing about it, all right? Things are changing, right? So let's read a little bit more. Internally record 8K using the full width of the sensor at up to 30p. The latest Canon EOS R camera is set to redefine mirrorless with its market-leading features. In addition, in all 8K modes, the EOS R5 will support Canon's renowned dual-pixel CMOS AF. Guys, that was one of the major things that I was talking about in my last video. Are they going to be shutting down dual pixel AF when you're recording video like they did with, like, for example, the EOS M series? You can't do that. You're known for dual pixel AF. I want this thing to track my eyes, track my face. And if you shut it off, I'm going to get pissed and I'm going to return your camera, or I'm not going to buy it at all. Yeah, so they decided not to do that this time. Now remember, like it said, they're using full sensor readout for 8K, not cropped. They are also allowing for dual pixel AF. DPAF is wanted, needed, required, and they're giving it to us. One more thing here. The EOS R5 supports advanced animal AF, recognizing dogs, cats, birds, relying not only on eyes of the animal, but also the face and body for situations when the eyes are not visible. So once again, we're going back into that detection and autofocus. Not only are we getting autofocus right when it comes to us, when it's people, but also now animal AF. For me, I can care less, but there's a lot of people that do shoot animals and they want that autofocus tracking. I used to make fun of it all the time. Sony came out with, yeah, we're tracking animals' eyes and stuff. Well, who cares? But people obviously care because Canon is sticking it into the camera. Maybe they're doing it as a one-up and saying, hey, you know what? You want to go do animals? We'll do animals too. It's possible. I don't know. I don't see the mass use of it, but whatever. They're sticking it in there. Also, they said that the specifications that were announced before, they are valid, they are true. 12 FPS using mechanical shutter, 20 FPS using the electronic shutter. It also says that it'll have the brand new cutting edge image stabilization technology that will combine in-body or IBIS with in-lens stabilization to make a, I think, 6.5 stop of stabilization, which is great. It also says that it will absolutely have dual slots. That was another thing that I said, that maybe it's not going to have the dual slots and they'll have one, and this will not be their professional camera, so to speak. Well, that is also dispelled. It will have 2 card slots. That's awesome. Now, the one thing that they didn't say in this press release is, will they be taking out 24p? It doesn't say one way or another. I'm going to guess that they probably will not take out 24p because they are so adamant here, just dispelling all of these negative rumors about their camera and how it's continuously being crippled, and going right down the list of all of the crippling factors. 8K is bogus when it's not, all right? 8K will be there. Full sensor 8K, not cropped the hell out of, right? At 1.7, 2.0 crop. That is not the case. It will be 1:1. That is full sensor readout 8K. That is absolutely the case. IBIS, 100% the case. New technology for IBIS and in-lens combination of stabilization, 100% the case. Also, it will have dual card slots, 100% the case. So I think it's interesting here that I feel like Canon is just finally getting pissed off. If you guys know what I mean by that, we're constantly just egging, Canon, being like, just digging in, pushing the salt in, Some people call it a cripple hammer, where you're just beating it and just constantly crippling the camera. For me, I call it the little ninjas that they're training, right? The Ninja Assassins with their Cripple Sword, where they're slicing it a little bit more stealthily, whatever, right? A little stealth. Not that in-your-face big hammer thing. I just don't think that Canon ever did that. They do it like on the down low. They're like, yeah, we'll give you this, and then they take it out, and then, yeah, go ahead, we're good, we'll give you 4K, and then they just slash it, and then crop the hell out of it, right? Guys, they're not doing it. I don't even know what to say. I'm like at a loss. I'm making this video, and I'm looking at this press release and not rumor statement, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And the reason being is I was there at the beginning. I was shooting the 1D, the first 1D, when I think it was like 4.2 megapixels, and it cost me like, I don't know, $6,000 or something, all right? So, I've been using their stuff for a long time. I have the first 5D. I bought the 5D Mark II. We actually have multiple 5D Mark IIs, and we were shooting 1080p with the 5D Mark II, having a rig where we were actually doing the pulls. We'd have someone that was actually doing the focus pulls. Now your focus pull is basically just touching the back of your flip panel. I mean, it's just stupid, right? Really super simple and smooth and great. Then finally the AF just came out there with dual pixel AF, and it was just tracking like this thing is doing now. I mean, I could just hold something up like this. It will focus in real quick, and then as soon as I move it, it'll go straight back to my eyes, and that's it, I'm in focus. I don't have to worry about it going back here, back to my eyes, back here, back to my eyes, like other camera manufacturers do, that in and out nonsense. Canon just doesn't do it. And that's why for so long we're like, we need DP-AF, we need dual pixel AF, or we don't want it. We don't want the camera, right? So I'm really excited, guys. I haven't been excited about anything having to do with cameras, okay, for years now. I mean, it was cool. There's a lot of iterative stuff that was going on where they're just iterating on what they have and just a little bit better. Yeah, that evolution that they were doing from one camera to the next, but never a revolution. Something that was wow, right? It's here. It's here. Now, I'm going to guess that this is going to be pushed back because, of course, we have the virus thing that's going on and everything that's going on over there in China, and they're probably, who knows where all the parts are coming from. There is going to be a delay, but I don't care. I'm really that excited about the EOS R5 now. I really want to see this thing out there in the wild. I want to test it. I want to see people actually putting it through all of its paces and really see what it can do. Because as we see now that all of this is 100% correct, guys, this will be the camera to beat. And this could be the reason why Sony hasn't put out their A7S3. Because of what they feel, or maybe they already know what Canon is coming out with this EOS R5. Because this camera will destroy all the rest of the cameras that are currently out on the market. And this is right in press release form, not in rumor form. Okay? So, exciting times. If you're a Canon shooter, I'm sure you're elated. If you're a Sony guy, you're probably like, shut up. You know, or if you're using a Nikon or Panasonic or Olympus or whatever you're shooting, you know. So this is definitely good news for Canon people, all right? So we'll see what ends up happening. I will be watching it. And as always, in the comment area, please tell me what you think, all right? I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen with this EOS R5? This revolution instead of evolution. This Canon EOS 5D Mark II version 10 years, 11 years later, okay? What do you think? What do you think? Anyways, guys, as always, please throw me a big thumbs up if you enjoy my content. If you do, slam the subscribe button so you can get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon over here so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. I would really, really appreciate it. So that's it. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, guys.